Hello everyone, my name is DanielDTX and welcome back to DTX Talks. What is DTX Talks? Well, it's me talking about many different things that has been a part of me and made me who I am. Whether I like it or not, that's just how it is. That's just how it works. There's nothing I can undo or change or anything like that. And let me start off with that, because being able to change things is obviously something we can only do when we talk about the present and towards the future. Like, how can we change ourselves? How can we adapt to new changes? How can we kind of let go of maybe mistakes or like things that have happened before to not happen again in the future, right? That is something that is controllable. But there's also stuff that is uncontrollable. Stuff like going back in time, changing it, and maybe making a better situation in the present and towards the future. However, we can't. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that, holy moly. If you know me, you know I've been doing a couple mistakes in my life. Not like deeply serious that is like, unforgivable mistakes, but like, we all do mistakes. Whoever says that I'm not doing any mistakes in my life, well, you're wrong and you're ignorant and you're POS. Because we all have our things that we have done, and we all are non-fail free. So don't lie to yourself if you think that, oh, everything is, going perfect for me and it will be perfect forever and there's nothing wrong with me. Well, there is. I'm trying to make a positive place, I'm trying to make this podcast a positive thing and all that, but it's also going to be realistic. And you're not perfect. It's good to be told that, wow, you did a great job. Wow, you made that so good, But it's not perfect. It's not 100% like all the way perfection. Because what is perfection? Let me ask you that. If you say what you did is perfect, I heard that many times other people, use those words and all that, oh my god, this is perfect. This is perfect fit, for example. Is it perfect? What is perfect? Can you define perfect? Perfection and all that? I doubt it. Because what is the meaning of it? What is a meaning of making something that is like spectacular, that it can't be beat, right? Because that is what I think about it. I think everything can be beaten. It may sound very majorly, marvelously periscopic. I don't know what word I'm trying to say, but like, I think that if you say something is perfect, you have a vision for what is perfect. Okay? But if you allow yourself for briefly 30 seconds to just think about what could be this, that is not perfect all of a sudden. One thing is for sure, that I like to overthink, okay? I'm an overthinker. I'm not 100% proud of it, but I'm not also not proud of it. The thing about overthinking is that there's many different ways to overthink, right? It could be in a negative, specter, and it could be in a positive specter. It could be a it really depends, right? Because it could be case by case, but it could also be person by person, and those two can be mixed. In my regard, it has been not so positive. Like, if I, have an overview on it, it has not been perfect. But what I will say is learning how to control my overthinking. And that is also nearly impossible because it is uncontrollable at times. I guess if you find your ways, and this is for everything, if you find your ways that can work for you, and you have overcome a situation or a thought or whatever it is that has been bothering you or has been in a like a wall for you that you cannot beat or cannot like push away, don't worry about it. There will be a place and time, and I hate when people say that. I hate when people are like, oh, it will be better soon. When? When is it gonna be better? Right? When? I hate when people say that because it's like overly positive. But here's the thing. We need that. We need that stupidly over positively, but also need that those negative things, you know, because we need to figure out what is correct, what is not correct, and what works for me, what works for you, and all that. Everything is so complicated. Why? Why does everything have to be complicated in life? Like, why can it not be easy? Well, here's why. Because that will be boring. Well, we get used to it, right? Like, we're used to things being complicated. But we are actually bored of that too. You know, we want the change. But it's not gonna be like a lightning switch and, you know, everything is perfect. You know? Because what is perfection? There's so many questions, brother, that I am asking constantly because I'm an overthinker, right? I overthink. I overanalyze. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do this because, you know I'm gonna overthink it. And, you know, why maybe I don't have, like, you know, many things anymore because in the same time, because I know that I will get stuck in an overthinking timeline that is gonna stretch for a long time and I'll be exhausted. This is who I am. This is how I've been. It's boring as hell. But it's also kind of developed me in a way that I think I can look into things in a perspective of like, okay, I've been here, done that, but also like, I found my ways around it. Yeah, I know you're probably not going to get any smarter by listening to me and my podcast and, you know, DTX Talks in general. I'm fully aware that this is going to be here and there and everywhere. But trust me, I'm speaking facts right now. You know, those are the things that we all are thinking, right? Like, it has to be, because you cannot not overthink a little bit here and there, right? And you might not have any, like, all of the questions that I have and all that and yada yada yada. But I can't be the only one who is like thinking, oh my god, can we not just change just the simplest things, you know, into something simple, right? What happened to the simplicity that was before we turned 18 and, you know, went to school and everything was like, you know, scheduled and all that and yada yada yada. Maybe some people are living an A4 life that is like, you know, 9 to 5, 8 to 4, you know, whatever it is. And you know, doing your job, and thank you for doing your job, you know, but like, if, that is robbery, you know. I'm fully aware that people have to. I'm fully aware that people are assigned to different jobs and all that, and I fully respect that. I have nothing against it at all. I'm here sitting, talking, playing games, and, you know, uploading videos to YouTube. So I'm contributing in my own way, like you're contributing to your community. But what I'm trying to say is that, you know, why can we not just live a little, breathe a little, read behind, like, have those, like, in between the lines, per se? is that the perfect way to explain it? But like, I wish in my dream, I know it's not fully realistic, right? But in my dream, a nurse or a policeman, or we could have a group of like many people that it's like working like 9 to 5 every day, 5 days a week, all that, 8 hours a day, whatnot, and having them to be able to have their own free time and can do whatever and could do that more often than just vacations and weekends and all that. Can we not just have those simple days and weeks like human beings and not robots? Can we stop being robots? Is that possible? I know it may sound ridiculous to some people that is working 9 to 5, and I have nothing against that at all. I totally understand that people have to work for their money and they have to, put the food on the table. I respect that. Nothing against it. I just wish that we had a whatever that is like, made us to where we are right now to allow us also to, I'm privileged in that way, but like other people that doesn't have those privileges to just live life. But that's a simple way. We're living in a complicated world. Why? Have you ever asked yourself why that is? I have multiple times actually. Like, I ask, like, why is there war? Why is there unfairness? Why is there a difference between the genders on, like, money-wise when it comes to work and all that? But also, like, I mean, salary is the easiest word for that. Keep it simple. But yeah, and also, like, at work and all that, and like percentage and whatever. Why does it have to be a difference between the genders? Right? Okay, think about it this way. You're playing Sims 4, and you're choosing character, and you're choosing a gender, and that is a choice. You're choosing to play that gender. You're choosing that specific gender right there and then from the get-go, right? From the beginning of the whole thing. You're renting a house, or you're buying a house, or you're making a house. Then you're having a person you're gonna play, right? In Sims 4, and you have chosen that gender. That gender is chosen. We all get it. Okay, cool. But when you got born, did you choose your gender? No. Why does it have to be like we have to choose? What? Okay, so today is the national, I don't know if it's international, I think it's at least national Women's Day. I think America had it like a couple days ago. So I'm not fully aware if it's just national or if it's international. I think it's international, European at least, Women's Day, and I want to thank all the women that is hardworking and happy birthday, happy Women's Day, because you're contributing as much as men are soon, or if not even more, like a couple factors. Like, we all are contributing in our ways, and it should be shown in the same way, in the same respectfully way. Okay, we don't need a difference, like, if you want to be a bartender, you can be a woman, you can be a man, I don't give a shit, at least I want to have that beer. You know what I'm saying? If you go to freaking police and you want to report something, it shouldn't matter if it's a woman or a man, like, it doesn't matter if whatever is like a ban or a quotation mark man work, because that's something people like to say, because he's been that for many years and is dominant and whatnot. Screw that. Why can I not be a woman in that? And also, why does it have to be that women are earning less than men? What the frick? You again, there we go with the Sims version of it. You didn't choose to be a woman from the beginning of your life. You're like, you know, when you got born, you didn't choose. It's not a simulation, okay? If you want to switch gender midlife, do it. You know, go for it. You do you. You be proud of you. You know, do all that. But damn it, you didn't choose your gender when you got born. You shouldn't be treated differently because of what you got born as. Okay, and that is also something I want to say about Valorant and CS and all those gamers out there. Please, can we have a respectful tone to whoever wants to use their time to play the game? Like, can we actually just stop this freaking generalization of everything? Like, holy moly, this is getting ridiculous, guys. And it's not even guys' fault. Like, all the time is it can role reversed. It could be women hating a man. It could be men hating a woman. It could be women hating a woman and men hating a man. That's the thing. It's not just the women that is victims. We are also victims. Okay, there's all kind of everything. But let's just be honest. It has kind of been more focus on women hating than anything else. And we have to stop that. We have to get rid of that shit. Because it doesn't go any positive way. You know? And damn it. We need this day to kind of, you know, it shouldn't be just one day, okay? It shouldn't be, you know, just whatever. It is whatever. We have this day. We should celebrate it for what it is. And then we should not stop talking about it just because the day is over. But man, holy. I'm getting a little bit too passionate. I mean, what is too passionate anyway, right? But yeah. I just need to talk about that because it is stuff that has been frustrating me a little bit here and there, and stuff I see every day. Especially as a gamer as well, like, there's always comments or voice, whatever. You see it all over the internet as well. There's always hate on and everything and anything. Everyone has something they can, you know, just point at and like, I'm gonna hate on this. I'm gonna hate on you. I'm gonna hate on you. I'm gonna hate on this gender. This is how it is because I'm like that. Screw that. Can we just stop it? Right? Can we just hit the pause button for a little bit and just breathe, chill, you know, take a breath and out, you know, and we're done with it. We don't need the hate. We don't need the generalization. We don't need whatever that is like destroying. Yeah, I'm choosing the word destroying our life. Because it is. That's just the fact of it. Like, we can't. No, how can you expect someone that has been harassed or being called words that is like unacceptable to any gender, to anyone, to be fine? Like, how can we just think that, oh, this is normal? Also, another thing. If I'm getting used to, you know, having a typical humor, it doesn't mean that other people will follow along with your specific humor. Can we think about that for a second? Why does it have to be like... Okay, some people are very into that with humor and you know, expecting everyone to agree with themselves, right? If they have a specific humor or they're saying a specific line about something or someone, they also expect other people around them, just because they are within a circle at this point. It could be in a Valorant game, for example, you're playing Swift Play or competitive, and they're saying something that you think is effed up, but they, you know, the person who said it doesn't think it's that bad because they have the knowledge of their own humor. They say something and they expect you to agree with them because they have that specific take. And if you're not agreeing, you are a terrible human being. You are a outsider, you're gonna get bullied off it, and you're gonna get hated by it. Bro, Why does it have to be like that? I don't get it. Today is gonna be one of those episodes that I'm just speaking about things that I have. I'm not angry about it. I'm frustrated about it. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed on where we are. As a community, as individuals, and all that. And if you're not talking about it, nothing is gonna happen. I'm afraid that even talking about it is not gonna change it. That's just how it is. That's just how life is. Life is, I said it in the last episode as well. Like, life is not cool all the time. And it will not be either. That's just how it is. We're still gonna continue with the hate. We're still gonna continue with the BS, We're still gonna continue with people being cocky AF that just think that their world exists around them and nothing outside of it is relevant at all. So yeah, I'm an overthinker, right? But like in the same time, I think it's healthy to at least have those passionate things swirling a little bit around, because I don't want to forget how the world really exists. But also I don't want to have a overly negative day-by-day life. And it's hard to explain everything to a perfection. Again, perfection. What is perfection? But like, I hope you understand my points and point of views. You may not agree to it, and you know what? That is perfectly fine. I think agreeing and not agreeing, and just being honest about things, how you view it, is the most important thing in life. That you can be able to speak about things that you are passionate about, that you believe in, and that you want to kind of talk about loudly and proudly. You should be able to do that, and nobody should be able to stop you from doing that specific thing, because your voice matters. And it doesn't matter if it's to a podcast or to your cat, bunny, or whatever, pillow, or even your grandma, so just speak about it, talk about it, find someone or somebody or whatever it is to let out things that is bothering you, or that you want to express your feeling of, or whatever it is. Just talk about it, because that is gonna help you. It may not help you in a short term. You have to work with it. You have to kind of find your own solutions, even though that is like annoying to hear. But trust me, you have to let yourself out there, and you have to give it a try. You have to push yourself into limits that you maybe didn't think you could reach. Also, guys, whatever I've been talking about and everything that has been coming out of my mouth today, you may view things differently on how I view things, and that is fine. That is something I've been, bothering myself about. It's like, oh, maybe I should change my mind on certain things, or maybe I'm thinking wrong. No. And also, there's other many things that is like have been bothering me, still bothering me. That is like things that is uncontrollable, or at least cannot be controlled with a switch on a button. So that is something I will find ways to get a better angle of, to get to a better solution of like how I can fix, some quotation mark, my own problems, or not problems, but problems, call it that, but in a positive way, because it can be changed. I get it. This podcast is complicated. Okay. um, but that's just how life is. Okay, and this is not a professional podcast, and neither is my YouTube channel. But you know, it is my platform, and you know, I'm happy I started it, and I'm happy where we are. And yeah, that's gonna be it though for today's DTX Talks. It's just been a ranting thing, you know. That's how it is. If you want to watch more DTX Talks, please like the video and all that. And in the next couple episodes, I'm gonna be talking about GTRP. I'm gonna talk about esports. I'm gonna talk about success and failure and all that. So please stick through. New videos every single Sunday until it is the final episode. I don't know how many it's gonna be or whatever, but you know, you'll figure it out. But yeah, feel free to check out my YouTube. Please feel free to check out my Spotify. Whatever you're listening to, I appreciate you for listening. And I hope I see you in the next video, whatever that is. Take care. Bye bye.